again, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy, and I'm glad you decided to join me for this February Life as a Right hemiplegic video. I'm so glad you are here. Happy Groundhog's Day. Phil saw his shadow. So 6 more weeks of winter. So for today's topic, I've decided to go a little off the beaten path and talk to you guys about some of the things that I have to consider when buying lingerie. Now, if you are not interested in this subject, I completely understand. You know, you don't have to watch it. If you were hoping to see me in anything, sorry to disappoint everybody, no. But I'm just going to be talking to you about sort of the challenges and struggles that someone with a disability like mine has when buying lingerie pieces, and things that I look for and not look for. I may have talked about this subject earlier in other videos or mentioned it casually, but I feel that it's an important thing to talk about, especially Valentine's Day. And so I'm just going to share some of the challenges and struggles and things that I have to consider when buying those pieces. So backstory first, I wasn't really interested in getting lingerie or wearing lingerie until I was, older and in a relationship and all that stuff. Some things I consider, like every piece of clothing, there are pieces that I like, pieces that I don't like. When it comes to color, we'll just start something easy. I like all colors. Most colors look good on me. So color is never an issue when looking for a piece. Again, there are different kinds, and I'm gonna say them again, so if it's kind of embarrassing, plug your ears. I have slips, there's slips, bodysuits, what other kinds? Oh, I had it. Baby doll pieces, corsets, stuff of that nature. So I start buying them. One of the most important features that I look for is how the straps are designed, how it fits on the body. So does it have a crossback, whatever piece it may be? Is it crossed in the back? Does it have like bra clasps? Does it have ribbon to tie? Does it have, a lot of extra ribbon and lace and anything with ties, or silk ties? Those are all things that I consider when looking for pieces. Again, so I generally find pieces that have an X back or a racer back, or something that once on my body the straps won't fall off. Sometimes I do have to get them adjusted. I have either my husband usually help me adjust the straps, which is helpful because sometimes that's all it takes is just, sometimes they when you order something online, sometimes the straps are perfect and they just fit fine, but sometimes they can either be too loose or too tight, and then you can adjust it. Usually I have pretty good luck when buying lingerie pieces. They usually are the right length for me, and so I don't need help adjusting straps and whatnot. Sometimes I do, and I have to say it's a bit embarrassing asking my husband for help with straps, and I know that sounds silly, but when you buy something for you, not only yourself to enjoy, but your partner, you want, when you show it to your partner for the first time, you just want it to be perfect, and you're so generally excited about it and all this, and it adds another layer of, not, I want to say, maybe stress or difficulty, because you don't want to be wearing a piece and having to adjust it, while you're trying to get romantic with said person. So it's very frustrating sometimes to find a nice piece, online, and have to look at all the other things involved instead of, oh, that's a nice piece, let me get it. Another thing is, like I said, bows or silk straps. I try to avoid, again, because I can't tie I can't tie it, but like behind my back, one hand, it's impossible. So I try to avoid lingerie pieces that have like a lot of silk ties in the back or bows, unless like it's up front on the torso area, and then which case that wouldn't matter. But if it's a lot of like lots of little details of stretchy material, like around, say, the hip area or the middle torso, generally, depending on how complicated the pieces, if it has a lot of doodads or extra straps or lace or whatever the case may be, I generally avoid those ones, just because getting it on pieces like that and body suits can sometimes be challenging, and you don't want to be in the bathroom like for 15 minutes trying to get everything adjusted, because then, and already, because you're sweating, you want to smell nice, and sometimes it takes a little bit to get on and make yourself look presentable, and or not presentable, but look nice, and you just want to look your best and feel your best and all that. And sometimes, the more elaborate pieces there are, it can take more time. And I am one of those people that I hate having people wait to see an outfit on me, or to be waiting on me, like in a dressing room, like if you're at the mall. I try to be as fast as I can. That may have something to do with me having a disability, and I don't want other people waiting on me. I know that's just not a person also with disability issue. I know other people feel that way too. But yeah, I generally don't also wear like stockings. That's really not my thing. I don't like to wear them, also because the way my leg muscles are, my left muscle in calf is way bigger than my right, and so the overall look of an outfit, a lingerie outfit that has stockings, is kind of lost on it when I don't have the muscle capability on my right to keep the stocking up. I know one can argue that there are garters you can use. Oh, look, there's Pete. hi Pete, that you can wear to keep up your stockings. But I just don't like that, the overall look of the out of stockings. That's just my opinion. So I generally do not wear them. I generally don't wear tights also, because I wear tights in my everyday, like for wearing, sometimes when I wear dresses or skirts and stuff, so I don't feel that I need to. Again, to each their own. Um, and again, I prefer tights because there's two leg, places for the legs, and it goes to your hips, so, and it holds it up naturally. So again, that's kind of a something I look forward. I prefer tights, but again, I don't really wear tights with my lingerie. um I just prefer not to wear them. Again, that's personal choice. um when it comes to, and then so I again, like I said, I tried different things, found what works for me, what doesn't work for me. um I found, um and again, different styles makes, it's all about confidence, right? So some outfits, lingerie, made me feel more confident than others. So I started out sort of wearing just slips because it's more like of a nightgown, short nightgown, cami sort of um, type of outfit. And then as I experimented and got more confidence, yada, 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 I tried different styles and, like I said, different material to see what I liked, what I didn't like. Um, and yes, I know my husband enjoys them, but I have to feel confident in what I'm wearing. And then that my husband responds to my confidence, if that makes sense. Um, and it's sometimes, like I said, there are times where it's frustrating, where there are pieces that I would absolutely love to wear, but I the way my body is designed with my disability, and um ha- having ties, and how, again, it's made, it all depends. Like I said, there are some pieces that I would love to wear, but I just can't, um because it's too complicated, and I don't want to take that long to try and figure out how to adjust it to me, if that makes sense. um I also have I have a corset. Again, sorry guys, I'm just gonna keep it plain like that. Um, that also, I love wearing that piece. Um, it makes me feel confident and beautiful and attractive, and I don't know, it just really makes me feel confident when I wear it. Um, it took a little bit for me to figure out how to put on by myself. There are clasps on it, so it is, um, once I got the not figured out, but got the hang of um, wearing it. It's easy for me to do one-handed. It's kind it doesn't have the exact sort of style of, say, a bra clasp, but it kind of has, um more sort of almost like a seatbelt clip to it, or a metal um clasp that you use for your hair, a clippy. I don't know if that's probably not the right name, but those silver clasps, that you put the hair in and you click it down. I don't know if anybody remembers those, but that's what we used to have. That's kind of how the clasp works for my corset. And so I just put it around my torso, and I can easily click it into, lock it in place or click it, however you want to put it. And so that is how I do that. Yeah, so I know this is sort of, and you know, there's so many different types of lingerie out there. You know, some women prefer silk to lace, or some people prefer slips over like teddies. Um, like I said, I generally, when it comes to material, I have a variety of material for different pieces. But like I said, there are struggles that I face with that. I get around them. And wearing lingerie is a very, very good way to boost your confidence. And that sounds silly, but and I encourage anybody who is like wanting to, but don't think their body type or shape, you don't look good in it, try different ones. And once you sort of find your style that you like, stick with it. But also, it's okay to try different things. It's okay to, you know, experiment and see what you like, what you don't like. It's fun because it's sort of a very, like, when I first started, I was very, very self-conscious. I was like, okay, I'm wearing it. Let's just, you know, get on to the main event, so to speak. So I can get out of this. So I feel I actually felt more comfortable not wearing it than wearing it. But having also a loving, supportive partner helps so much to boost your confidence. You don't feel self-aware. You don't feel like, oh my gosh, this, you know. Everybody has, you know, is unique unto themselves. They have, you know, different body types, different body shapes, and there are so many now, and there's also a wide range of styles and sizes to go with everybody's body type, which is wonderful. And there have been pieces that I've bought that didn't work, and it's been disappointing. But again, you kind of have to go and just try on pieces and see how you like them. You know, nobody besides your partner. The most important thing that I learned and I discovered is get lingerie pieces that you feel confident and you feel beautiful, no matter what, you know, just because it may not be your partner's, let's say, like, favorite color or the color that they think you look best in. If you like the color or the pattern or whatever, and if you feel confident and beautiful, that's what you should get. Because that's your inner self is going to just shine through, and your partner is definitely going to respond and be happy with you and feel that excitement, confidence, all that stuff related to that. So yeah, so that's all the video for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big like, subscribe, share with friends and family. I have so many fun videos for you coming up. I've got my book video, which I will be sharing with you, some books to get you in the mood for Valentine's Day. Lots of love and spice and non-spice ones, so stay tuned for that. I also will be doing my top 5, top 10, depending on what I decide. Disney love songs to get you in the mood for Valentine's Day. I also have my Disney collection for you. I also have my Disney Princess collection for you. Actually, Disney Princess collection. I also have my collection video for you guys. I have my tattoo video coming up for you guys. So I have lots and lots of good videos coming up this month. I know this is a very short month, so I'm gonna try and rapid fire these videos for you guys. As always, I love sharing my life with you guys. I hope nobody was embarrassed and learned some things and got encouraged. I know that this is not like the most this is kind of a more intimate topic to talk about, but I feel that it is a sort of not necessary, but an important one to talk about because, again, there are times that, you're just shopping in the mall and with people with non-disabilities don't even think about straps. They don't think about, is it a clasp that's easy to do because most people have 2 working hands, so they don't even consider, they just like, oh, is it the color pattern I like, and is it my size? Perfect, go. They don't even think about all extra steps that people with disabilities have to do to buy that kind of intimate clothing. And I just like to share my story, my thoughts on it, especially being Valentine's Day month and February and all that good stuff. So that's all for now. Also, guys, I have my book trailer came out, so go check that out on my Instagram, on my on this page. I believe it's in one of my shorts that I made, or reels, or whatever it's called. Maybe it's called reels. Anyway, go check that out. I am so excited for it. And I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye for now, everyone.